that's our first test of the LiDAR, and oh yeah, it turns on.
Get in!
There you go.
Building a robot imposed a huge challenge on all of us because, to be honest, none of us have done anything like that before.
Doing surgery. What ways to answer us, right?
Left.
Lefty loosey.
No, it's right.
No, lefty loosey, righty tighty, man. Because this screwdriver is too small. Oh, there you go, it's sort of binding.
When we ordered the parts, we could only tell the size of them really through pictures, and some components turned out to be really small for our big hands. A lot of precision and patience was required when building the robot.
Righty tighty is going to be a little harder. And there we go. Both going in the correct direction. I just changed it from being 9 to 10 there to 10 to 9, just because it changes what way they send the signal out.
Just press play whenever.
Yeah. Go. Boom. It works. It's quite hard to see because it's in
Plastic disc, but
there's my finger. It's spinning.
To us, some of the most rewarding things about the project included when our components started working. Here's an example of our motors moving. It signified to us that we were on the right track. However, in this example, our motors decided to spin the wrong way. This was one of the many issues we had to face.
I wasn't quite sure where the positive and negative outputs on this were, so I made this little contraption to tell me where. So, we all know, well, LEDs, they work as diodes, so they only work in one direction, right? So this side here is positive, and this side here is negative. And so only when the current is flowing from positive to negative does it work. So what I did is I connected out that way, and I knew that when the light was going through, well, when the light was on, the connection connected to this was positive, and the one connected to the other was negative. And I had to put a little resistor there so it didn't blow up the LED, because it was getting quite bright. So yeah, now there's a way to test if they're positive or negative.
To get the motors to spin in the right direction meant a whole lot to us, because it meant that we had successfully solved a problem. This also meant that we could continue with the next stage of building the robot, but along the way many more small issues kept popping up.
Okay, so I've got the LiDAR to stop and start. Perfect. Okay, so right now I'm doing a test of it, and my main idea is to have the battery on top of the motors because it's really heavy. Probably lay this out sort of like that, and then get a second piece of wood and mount the LiDAR on top like that. Sort of separated with another piece of wood with screws in between. Which probably means I'll have to move that back about there just so I have enough room for some space for screws to go in between to give me some space there. Then obviously we'll have the wheel back here, which will prop it up so it's flat. That could be pretty good.
When making the wheels for the robot, we had to use a computer program to design them. They were then created by a laser cutter. We made 4 wheels and ended up doubling each side for more support. One of the most exciting things to see was our robot moving for the first time. Another one of the problems we faced was regarding the wheels. They didn't move too well on the carpet and were slipping too much. We had 2 options: use heat shrink tubes or rubber bands. The rubber bands were the preferred and safer option, but it took us a really long time to find the ones which were the right size.
Other than that, it's going on pretty well. We need to secure the LiDAR to here somehow, make a cutout for the cable So because right now you can see how it won't rust flat. Once we've done that, the only thing we have left to do is code, which is arguably the longest amount of time to do. But it should be okay. We need to stick these down as well, but that's trivial.
We're getting there.
To be able to fit all the components onto the robot's body, we had to make cuts into our wood. This required using drills and equipment that we hadn't used since we were younger. The challenge here was rewarding and allowed us to finish the physical part of the robot,